Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Expeditions Rome. Let's go ahead and attend the Senate trial against Consul Vitellius Lurco. Go ahead and enter the famous Senate of Rome.
We will have order in the Senate now!
As I figured.
Debating the clarity of the augury will not be productive. The consul himself stands accused. Nothing could be of higher importance. Any other relationes shall be set aside. The result of this relatio again shall be decided per discretionem, and before the sun sets. You may continue, consul, but please, refrain from delving deeper into matters completely unrelated to our discussion.
Naturally. May I restate the necessity of using my actual title, Dictator, instead of Consul?
But you're not dictator anymore, are you?
Do you even know what Dictator in Perpetuo means?
The Domina has a point. Your title was granted for a limited time in order to solve a crisis. Even though the time has not passed, we can certainly say the crisis exists no more.
I beg to differ. The crisis has evidently not passed. It has merely changed context. Allow my colleague Senator Antonius to display with clarity how unprecedented and absurd this relatio is.
Mark Antony?
Dear Senators, first let us consider the source and the spirit of the regulation that allows us to appoint a consul to the position of dictator.
One seemingly interminable speech later.
And yet, despite all this, we somehow ended up here accusing the very man who was tasked with the prevention of this crisis.
Thank you, Senator, for this detailed and above all long explanation of something we all knew. Our memories have been thoroughly refreshed. If that will be all, we will finally discuss the evidence presented against the consul. Let us consider the events leading to the capture of Marcus Aurelius Cotta. Is it true that you were collaborating with Mithridates Megas?
Rumors. Nothing but rumors. Maliciously circulated by my enemies. The enemies of the state. I hope you remember that there was absolutely nothing to suggest those rumors had any basis in fact. My fellow consul, honorable senators, are we here to gossip like housewives, or to discuss proper matters of state?
We do have the testimony of your sir. Why you were trading with Mithridates. That's because you've destroyed all the evidence. There was no evidence back then, but now we have a witness, Tiberius Vitellius Scaevola. Let's go with it.
Indeed. And I do believe I have credibility here.
You.
I know you must be surprised. And I'm sure when I give a detailed account of your business relationships with Mithridates, our fellow senators will be equally surprised.
I always knew you were jealous of me, Tiberius. But I never thought you'd be foolish enough to testify against me in this manufactured case. If the Senate finds me guilty, you will receive the same sentence.
You're my brother-in-law, Scaevola. I can't let you incriminate yourself.
After everything my family has done to yours, you are a truly generous person. But I still have a few choice words about my brother.
A few hours later. That's a few choice words.
Illuminating.
Are you truly illuminated by a madman's ravings? Tiberius may be my brother, but his envy of my position is well known. He hardly qualifies as an impartial witness.
Can any witness be truly impartial? Shall we perhaps talk about the infamous invasion of Egypt?
Infamous is the correct word for it. My accuser ignited a war in a land that was already a province of Rome. She brought chaos and terror to Africa.
The way I see it, she installed law and order, and saw to it that the rightful queen of the people sits on the throne.
Hey, Cleopatra actually showed
I
up.
must protest. This is highly unusual. Having a foreign ruler comment on our internal affairs.
The so-called foreign ruler serves Rome as the queen of our vassal nation. Certainly, but you must admit these are unusual circumstances. Yet you involved the pharaoh in your affairs when you had him murder the proconsul of Africa. You must admit that these are unusual circumstances.
It is only unusual because you made it so. That doesn't necessarily mean we will have to listen to every single person you bring in to testify.
I mean, you kind of
That
should.
is up to me to decide. Please continue, Queen Cleopatra. We are listening.
Of course you are. Now I shall tell you how your dictator redirected taxes paid by our people into his coffers, and how he managed to get both his accountant and proconsul murdered in the process.
Excellent. A few hours later.
A chilling account, Your Majesty. Thank you for your testimony.
Once more, I must direct your attention to the utter lack of credible witnesses. Neither this legendary ledger nor the fictional accountant who wrote it are anywhere to be seen.
Then explain your presence in Alexandria at the time of the battle. Why would Ptolemy, who at the time was waging war against Rome, be on friendly terms with you?
I was trying to clean up the diplomatic mess created by your legatus.
I serve Rome. I am no one's legatus. I take it you were an ambassador to Egypt at the time. Actually, it was I who was trying to clean up your mess. Let's go with the middle option.
I wasn't. But, in the end, I salvaged the whole campaign. Ptolemy would have easily killed you all.
I wonder how you know these things. So Ptolemy had no reason to keep you alive, yet somehow he did. Very interesting. Let us end by discussing the recent campaign against the barbarians of Gallia. You did kill members of the dictator's Praetorian Guard, didn't you, Legate?
They were attacking working Getteric, so I was trying to protect him. It was self-defense. His Praetorian Guard attacked mine. Lurco and his men hired Gallic warriors to attack Rome. I was simply executing traitors. The first one is not great. Okay, I'm actually shocked that there is no element here of working Getterix's officers killed them. Lurco and his men hired Gallic warriors to attack Rome. I was simply executing traitors. Let's go with
I
it.
suppose that means you have the authority to condemn and execute criminals
I didn't
on
like any of the
behalf of
options.
the people of Rome. I wonder why we have to bother with this hearing, then.
The authority of the Senate in these matters is absolute. Surely the legatus misspoke.
Okay, so that wasn't...
You seem to give my accuser a very vast benefit of the doubt, Consul. When someone tells you they have committed a crime, you ought to take them at their word.
Perhaps.
I see Senator Antonius has something to add.
Oh, right. I thank you for this opportunity to talk about the history of foreign leaders being represented at the Senate. First of all...
The senator delivers another hour-long lecture.
Once again, thank you for your detailed explanation of this important issue, Senator.
Filibustering,
Shall
I
we
think.
finally proceed to decide now?
We certainly shall not. The sun has set and a decision was not reached. I believe this relatio is to be declared undecided.
Undecided? This just cannot be. We can continue tomorrow. Yeah, he tried to filibuster.
Under normal circumstances, a decision has to be reached by sunset. But in light of the overwhelming and damning evidence against the dictator, I believe this relatio deserves a proper decision. We reconvene tomorrow at sunrise for the final decision. This shall give the dictator a fair chance to defend himself. One final time. This session is at an end.
Let's wait until everyone has left, so we can talk to Kikoro in private.
And it gives Lurco another chance to murder us. Dr. Kikero and Kato. Okay, no one else is in here.
I admit, I was rooting for you. But you really did defend your case excellently. Tomorrow's hearing will be a formality. You've pretty much won.
Oh, I think there's
What
going to be
you're
more to it than
doing
that.
is quite admirable. I did not expect anything less, but it still warrants praise. A lesser person might have been tempted to use their legion against Rome. However, I want to be certain that you understand the gravity of what you've done. You have murdered the Praetorian Guard of a sitting consul. There may yet be consequences.
I feel neither shame nor regret. They had it coming. Their deaths were unfortunate but necessary. I hope the Senate will understand. They say he who delivers death shall receive death. If I am condemned, I will accept my punishment. Their deaths were unfortunate but necessary. I hope the Senate will understand.
The Senate is made of men. It is as moral as the people who inhabit the building.
I think the risks themselves are irrelevant at this point. The Senate has been convinced of Lurco's guilt.
Despite his futile stalling, you've made it clear to everyone that Ortelius Lurco's war in Gallia was nothing but a power grab.
He wants to abolish the Republic and call himself Emperor Lurco. He can surely find someone to blame. Lurco is rich. Maybe he wanted to stall for time to buy off some senators. Let's go with the first one.
It serves no purpose to speculate about his motivations. All that matters is that the Senate has been convinced.
If only we could finally prove that Lurco killed my father and Lucullus.
It's best to refrain from mentioning these accusations unless we can prove them. Compared to the level of treason implied, the murder of 2 Romans seems trivial. Should he repeat his accusations of murder, it is my hope to use precisely this argument to shield you from them.
Okay. I am not going to choose the second one about bribing, or the now first one about bribing some of the senators. I worry about what Lurco might do with the time his lackeys in the Senate have bought him.
What is left for him to do? All legal options are exhausted. His legion is disbanded. Even Wixie is finished. And after today, his support in the Senate is gone.
Yet he remains at large until tomorrow. His lack of options may just make him desperate. I agree. We must stay vigilant.
What do you have there?
Food for the Domina and her friends.
Let me have a taste.
It's for the Domini only.
My Domina does not eat anything until I've tasted
Yep.
it.
Well, all right then.
Delicious.
That's odd. I haven't ordered any food to be brought here.
There is no eating in the Senate.
Excuse my old friend. Manners disappear after a certain age. We've been talking for a long time. I could eat. Cinero, spit it out!
Oh, excuse me. I feel dizzy all of a sudden. There is an odd taste to this food.
No, Cineros!
Sit down, if you feel unwell.
I can't breathe.
Can we try to pump his stomach? Stick our finger down his throat to make him vomit it? Okay, game, you don't need to have him, like, visibly die for so long, please.
The food was poisoned. Where did that sower go?
Let's see. This is Lurco's work, and Cineros was not the intended target. I am. We must get him to a physician immediately. I've seen this before. It's poison made from bay leaf. Cineros, no, stay with me, old friend. Let's go with the second option.
Stay with him. I'll get help.
Armed men have entered the forum.
We brought your weapons.
Oh, good.
He's dead. Lurco, I shall skin your back and lay you on salt. I shall feed your cock to street dogs.
I don't know that they won't want it.
Grieve later, Bestia. They're here.
Oh, and I have to do this without Cineros now. Alright, that's just rude, taking that away from me. So some of our party has weapons and armor. Alright, eliminate all enemies. Actually, I don't think they might not have... armor. No, I don't think they do. Alright. So let's see, what are we facing? We've got a Triarius. We've got a Triarius. We've got Lucius Arucius Corvinus. Alright. A Princeps Heavy and a Princeps Heavy. Alright. Eliminate all enemies. Let's go!
Still alive. Make sure no one escapes.
Eliminate all enemies. Alright, you know what? This calls for... Let's see. You have Marathon as well. Good. Okay, Tactical Advance. Marathon. Excuse me. Sneak attack. 40 to 43 health damage. 80% chance of success, though.
It's over, then. Typical.
He's down. He's not dead. That may mean that we can get him back. Let's do a little bit of damage to you. Go ahead and shiv you. Get rid of that, the rest of that shield. Okay. Basically the same thing. Not faint. Tactical Advance. Marathon. Sneak attack, 23 to 30 health. 25 damage. Cheap shot. Shit, oh, poop. There we go. Alright, so get behind them. Alright, I'm gonna try knocking you down. Nope, that just took out the rest of your shield. Go ahead and lunge at you. Alright, quick shot, and... Nice! 4 glancing. Okay, that guy is panicked, so that's good. Alright.
Who's there? Get away from me! Keep your head cool,
Nice!
or I'll lay you out myself.
Oh. Okay, we can.
I don't have time for this. Deal with them.
Ah, rude. wonder if I should have murdered him. There we go. Okay, use some items, but we got uninjured people, but we've lost Cineros, which is pretty awful. That's going to make it really hard to heal. On the other hand, I really do have a murder machine in our party.
Corvinus, that honorless piece of shit! He got away!
And Skyewala has your sister. We'll need to get her out of that villa.
Cineros, is he? We must be careful. It's probably a trap. We'll try to take hostages.
He's dead.
Rest well, old friend. I will never forget your loyalty. That old fool. He should have known better. I'll wait for him later. Now is the time to fight. We'll miss him in the final confrontation. We will. I'll wait for him later. Now is the time to fight.
His death will be repaid tenfold.
My friend, your sister.
We must be careful. It's probably a trap.
Meet us in the Regia when your family is safe. Our dear Pontifex, Maximus Aurelius Cotta, will be good to have on our side.
We have basically already won. This attack represents a clear legal victory.
Marcus, this is not the time.
Indeed, it is most definitely not the time. Alright, 22 loose coins. Centurion Equipment 3, a good quality. 57, a small coin purse. A pristine Scutum 3. I'll go ahead and take that. Break down this Lurco Musculata 3. And 1 loose medicinal herb. No idea if there is any way to save Cineros. In that it didn't look like there would be. Because that seemed automatic. There was no opportunity to do anything. I can head back to our villa, which will allow me to fix up my, or replace my, consumables. So I do want to do that. I want to make sure that I have that full. Let's see, there might be something else going on. Can I... Oops. Yes, I can equip my armor. Good. And we have Cineros' stuff there. We do not get his weapons back, which kind of tells me that we're not going to be using any of our Praetorians. The hired ones. But at least we can get our armor back on. Yeah, as soon as they talked about him checking food, I don't know. I mean, like, the fact that I could see what happened, I wonder if I had been a Triarius, if I could have done something. But the fact that I can recognize the poison but not do anything about it is a little bit annoying. I do think that it would have been nice if it was a thing where you can save him. Maybe there is a way, and I just missed it through the course of the game. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get back here. But I think we're going to have to end the video just a teensy bit early, because we are certainly going to be getting into more stuff when we get to Skywala's villa. So that is going to have to wait until next time. We have lost our good friend Cineros, one of my favorite characters in the game, and a very useful companion as well. But that will be for next time, as we see if we can rescue our sister and her husband. See you then, everyone.